Tonight, the death of a prince, plus the global battles against drug addiction, pornography, and depression. I'm Brent Goff, and this is The Day.
Run what some say is the toughest drug rehabilitation program in the world. But many addicts here know this might be their last chance. If they fail here once, they are never allowed to come back.
Also coming up, the U.S. state of Utah declares pornography a public health hazard.
You know, when I was a kid, people might see the Playboy magazine and look at it. Now you've got all kinds of horrible graphic images that are available to anyone with an internet connection 1 or 2 clicks away. And to pretend like this isn't going to have an impact on our families and our culture and our society, I think is naive.
Tonight, he is my guest, the Utah legislator who says porn today is a poison like tobacco was 50 years ago. And depressed on the pitch.
When you play so much football, it's the only way to value yourself. So it's always about the game. You're never better than your latest game or training.
Why are so many soccer pros suffering from mental illness? Well, welcome to the program, everyone. On the day Prince died, the American music icon passed away suddenly at his home in Minneapolis today at the age of 57. Prince became an international star in the 1980s with hits including Purple Rain and 1999. The world in shock. Robin Merrill, our culture editor here, is at the big table with me. I mean, his music is the soundtrack to so many people now who are, I guess, going through their midlife crisis, as we were saying earlier. I mean, do we know, though, why he died?
No. I mean, it is a complete shock. I mean, perhaps there were signs. A month ago, he cancelled a concert in Atlanta because of ill health. He evidently played this concert just recently. On the way back in his private plane to Minneapolis, the plane made an emergency landing. One hears that it could have been because he was feeling ill. It's not confirmed. So apart from that, no, it's a complete shock and surprise.
Lots of questions to be answered. What we can say for sure is that he was considered one of the best of his time. What was so inventive about his music? He
played so much music. I mean, he mixed rock with R&B, with soul, with funk, with hip-hop, with disco. He had danceable funk. And I mean, let's hear some more music. And it has to be said, on his albums, not live, of course, but on his albums, he played most of the instruments, he produced all the albums. He threw out the musical rule book and mixed white rock with black funk that nobody had really done before. And I mean, Purple Rain, for me, 1984, one of the great albums of all time.
Yeah, I remember all through the 90s, just listening to 1999, and, that, like I said, the soundtrack for so many people who became adults then. He was known as being fiercely protective of his music and of his identity, wasn't he?
Well, he famously battled his record company for years, trying to take control over his material. He called himself the artist formerly known as Prince. Then he called himself a sign. He also wrote Slave on his cheek.
Right.
And the sad thing is, just last year, he said that he felt he was once again in control of his music.
Yeah, and in the last few years, though, we've heard people say time and time again, we hadn't heard much from him.
No, he's a very private person, and he has this sort of huge Paisley Park complex where he does his music, and where he lives is a sort of compound. Yeah, we haven't. And perhaps he's been ill for some time. We really don't know. I mean, it's like him and David Bowie, it was such a shock with Bowie. Now Prince, it's a terribly sad day for the music world.
Yeah, like we said, a lot of people in shock tonight on this news. Robin Merrill, thank you very much for coming in. Well, music industry greats and other stars have been paying tribute to Prince on social media. Let's have a look at just a couple of those tweets. The legendary American producer Quincy Jones saying here, "Rest in peace to Prince, a true artist in every sense of the word, gone way too soon." And director Spike Lee posted this picture of himself with Prince, writing, "I miss my brother. He was a funny cat, a great sense of humor."